Okay, cool. Thanks for joining me on a whim. We are still getting people to join, but we are doing the Share the Opportunity workshop tonight. So I'm excited that you guys were able to join me on such short notice. So some of you on this call have never sponsored a new team member. Some of you have sponsored a new team member. So why don't you raise your hand if you've sponsored somebody this month? If you have sponsored somebody this month. Okay, that would be Christy. Anyone else sponsored anybody this month? Sam, good girl. All right, perfect. Have you raised your hand? Oh, Tanya did. Excellent. Raise your hand if, oh, Bonnie did. Cool. Okay, raise your hand if you have sponsored somebody last month. Michelle. Cool. Bonnie. Cool. All right. Raise your hand. This will be the last time. Raise your hand if you have consistently recruited one person a month this entire year. Bonnie, is that you raising your hand, or did you have it up from the last time?
Well, I'm trying to take it down, but
okay,
because I haven't been here all year.
Okay, well, so okay, let's go rephrase that. Since you've joined, have you consistently sponsored a new team member every month?
Yes.
Okay, good. And so is Christy. Excellent. Okay, perfect. So this will be a breeze for you guys. But the cool thing is that for those of you, and you guys can help too with ideas. And the good thing is though, is that we can always have room to grow, right? So whether you are consistently recruiting or you've never recruited, it doesn't have to be a scary thing. And everybody that has recruited can kind of attest to it's not a scary thing. But sometimes what it means is just getting out of your comfort zone a little bit more, and definitely having a mindset shift. And when I say a mindset shift, I really mean that you have to realize that you're not bothering people, that you are really helping people to understand that this can bless people's lives. And when you share the opportunity, just like the workshop is called, you are blessing people's lives. You're not bothering, you're not demeaning anybody by asking. And she's not on this call, but one of my newest team members, she actually said, why me? She said, because this is my thing, and I'm getting a little bit off the workshop, but just real quick. I have this sponsoring notebook. For those of you who have not seen it, I will show it to you really quick. So I have a sponsoring notebook. It is not little, it's big. And in this notebook, I have a list. My goal every day is to contact 10 people a day. Okay, so this is my system. This is how I do it. And I have it broken up into 2 different ways. First one is new sponsoring conversations. And then I have it broken up into A, B, C, D, all the way A through Z. Okay. So, and then I have the next tab back here, if you can kind of see it, is reinstatements. Okay. Those are people that have been a consultant and that they have gone inactive and I'm asking them to come back. So my goal is 10 a day, whether that be all new or a combination of new and reinstatements or whatever. So not my plan. I just said it. My system. There you go. My system every day is I just get 10 blank pieces of paper every day, and I put them in this little pocket here. Okay. And in the pocket, I do not stop until my 10 pieces of paper are filled for the day. Okay. And this is how my conversations have been going. Hey, so-and-so, have you ever thought about joining Scentsy, or have you ever thought about joining Scentsy for extra income? That's it. Now, obviously, if I've never talked to this person, that's not how I start the conversation. You have to build that relationship. This is a relationship business. And I really feel like that when we take that out, when we start to think that it's just so robotic and that I'm just going to ask and go next, which is kind of what I'm doing, but I'm also building the relationship in the process. Okay. And so it's a very simple question. Once I've built the relationship, once I've conversated with them, and let's just say I haven't talked to them in a really long time, I'll go through their Facebook feed, and I'll look kind of to see what kind of conversation I can open with. If I can't really come up with a conversation, my go-to is, hey, just wanting to check in, touch base, see how you're doing with this in these crazy times, right? Because everyone's in the crazy times. And so that's a great little icebreaker to open up the conversation. And then we start chit-chatting. And then most of the time the opportunity will arise. They say, you know, whatever it is they're saying. And I always end with, you know, I know this is a really crazy random question, but have you ever thought about joining Scentsy for extra income? That's it. And I leave it wide open. And that's not that scary to do because I've already like had a conversation. And then what I do after I've had that conversation, I write their name on the top, I write the date, and I write what the conversation was. You know, just, hold on, let me mute. Okay. Anyway, and I write what our conversation was, and then I file it after I've had that conversation. I file it in by first name. Remember I said I have A through Z? Then I just put it in their file. So that way on Fridays, what I do is I just go in and I kind of follow up on anybody that I haven't heard from in a while, or maybe people that were kind of on the fence or whatever. So I always do like my follow-up Friday. So that's my system. I got off of the whole workshop, but I wanted to share that with you so that you know that it doesn't have to be scary, okay? And it can be just as simple as, hey, have you ever thought about joining Scentsy for extra income? Okay, now, when you build a team, whether you want to build a team because you're trying to earn Disney, which a lot of us are right now, it's imperative. You've got to build a team. You cannot go to Disney if you do not have a team. The end. That's, I mean, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Whether you want to build a team because you want to earn extra income, that's really the best way to do it is by building a team. Whether you want to build a team because you want to have somebody to do this with, because honestly, it makes it more fun when you have people alongside you in your journey. That's always the best place to start, is starting with people you want to work with. Whatever your reason is for wanting to build a team, it is a good reason. And, or maybe your why, maybe you're just passionate about helping other people, because if it may not even be about you, it may not even be about Disney, it may not even be about extra income. It may just be that you want to go right along with the core values of Scentsy and give more than you take, and that is an excellent why. So there's many reasons why we would want to build a team. So what I want you to do now is, if you did just hop on and you can get on the workstation, I want you to download the Share the Opportunity worksheet. And if you don't have it, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share a couple of videos that Scentsy has done. They're very short. Then we'll stop and we'll kind of work on the worksheet a little bit and we'll interact. But the main thing is, guys, is you have to have a personalized join message. So did you hear mine? Mine was very simple. Have you ever thought about joining Scentsy for extra income? So unmute yourself or raise your hand and let's hear anybody that already has a crafted generic join message that you ask people.
I just ask people, well, I don't ask them. I just let them know. I go through their customer orders, see how much they make, how much they bought, and I tell them, had you sold Scentsy, you could have made $121 back in commission.
Yeah, that's so good. That's so good, because a lot of times they don't realize it. You know, you guys, I'm trying to remember who this was. Anyway, I had somebody that asked me, you get paid? Well, yeah, that's kind of what I do. Because I get paid to do what I do. But it's funny because, you know, sometimes we think it's black and white and it's not to people. They think maybe we just get paid in product. But yeah, just letting people know, hey, you could have just gotten this. Michelle was saying something. You could have just earned 120 bucks. That's okay, Michelle. You can go, come back, whatever. But yeah, that's a great message. Anybody else have a join message that they want to share? I'm going to call on, who was it that, no, who else sponsored somebody this month? Well, Sam, you're at the gym. I don't want to call on you and put you on the spot. Tanya, would you be willing to share how you got your latest team member? What was the message that you shared? Okay. Well, if you feel like sharing, that would be awesome later. And I forgot, I squirreled a minute ago. So the whole reason I started sharing my binder was because I had my last team member say, why me? When I asked her that, I said, have you ever thought about earning extra money? And she says, I have. Why did you ask me? Because I had a discounted kit. That's why. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But I had a host exclusive kit that was very little out-of-pocket expense, and I asked her, and so her question was, why me? And I shared with her why I thought that she would be perfect for Scentsy, and it really it helped her to see that, you know what, I will be good for this because she already saw these qualities in me. So I feel like that when you write down why somebody would be good for Scentsy and then share that with them, it kind of helps reiterate, because a lot of times people don't join because they are fearful of either failing, or they're fearful of failing, that nobody will buy from them, or that they're not good enough, or they're not a salesperson. I mean, we've heard all the excuses under the sun, but when you already help and know that person, like, hey, you have a great personality, I know you would be good for this. Or you know what, you know a lot of people, or you're fantastic on social media or whatever. Share that quality with them, because us women especially are really hard on ourselves, and we don't see the qualities that we have in ourselves. We just see all the bad things, the negative. We tend to tear ourselves apart, but we are amazing and we have great qualities. But when somebody else recognizes that in us, that makes us feel super good. So enough about that. I'm going to share my screen now. And guys, I did this earlier, not this, but I was trying to share my screen with my husband, and he could not see what I was trying to share. Are you guys seeing the share the opportunity, the worksheet? Yes? Okay. Because I have this new dual screen, and it's kind of a hot mess when I'm trying to Zoom. Okay, so I'm looking off to a different screen though, but here's the worksheet. Before I do this, I want to share this quick little video. I know that we just talked about why sponsoring is important, but this is Scentsy's version, and I think it's really good. Can you guys all see this video? Yes?
As an independent Scentsy consultant, you're a business owner, and you most likely have a goal for...
Sorry, I paused it. Can you guys all see it?
No.
No.
No, we just still see the worksheet page.
Well, this is ridiculous. You see, this is why my dual screen sucks. Okay, here, let's try one more time. Done. Share the opportunity. Now, can you see the girl?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the key is going to be, can you hear her? Once I start playing it. Oh, good night. Hold, please. Hold, please. One more time. Okay, can you see it?
Yes.
Good. Can you hear it?
As an independent Scentsy consultant,
Yep.
you're a business owner,
Cool.
and you most likely have a goal for your business. Whether you're aiming for full-time income, part-time income, or just a few extra dollars a month to help pay the bills, building a team is the best way to reach your goals and expand your earning potential. Maintaining steady monthly sales is critical for your business, but if your only focus is personal sales, your income potential is limited by the amount of time you can personally spend managing your customers. When you begin sponsoring and building a team, your business can grow through your personal sales and your team sales. The more people you add to your team, the more you'll be able to reach and even exceed your goals. And be sure to encourage your team members to build a team of their own. Consultants who sponsor team members earn more PRV, and they're about 60% more likely to stay with Scentsy long term. But building a team isn't just about boosting your bottom line. When you share the Scentsy opportunity with others, you give them a chance to improve their lives. You're building a supportive community and the potential to develop lifelong relationships. Plus, as a sponsor and mentor to others, you're developing your leadership skills. For tips on how to start building your team, check out our 3 videos on promoting the Scentsy opportunity to others.
Okay. So now, if you go to your worksheet, and if you don't have the worksheet, let me share that with you, hopefully. Hold, please. Okay, can you guys see the share the opportunity worksheet?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, perfect. So the first thing I want you to do is write down who you would love to have on your team. I want you to come up with at least 5 people right now. And then as you're writing those names, I want you to write down how they could enrich your life. I'm sorry, how Scentsy could enrich their life. So why do you think they would be good for Scentsy? I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to get that done.
Nice. Look at this one.
So who you would love to have on your team and how Scentsy could enrich their lives. So if anybody is done and they would love to share, you don't necessarily need to tell me who. You could tell me, well, it's my best friend or my sister or my neighbor, and then why you think Scentsy would enrich your life. So hop in and share when you get a chance.
I have a friend who I'm actually having a party with that I'm hoping to flip to her when our party is over. She deals with depression, anxiety, and stuff like that. And I think that this would be a good opportunity for her to come out of her comfort zone and help her build her self-esteem and promote her self-worth and stuff like that.
I love that so much. I really love that. You didn't say anything about extra income, and it doesn't have to be about income. Thanks, Dawn. That's awesome. I love that you shared that. Okay, anyone else want to share?
I have a friend who's a stay-home mom most of the time. When school's back in session, she does a part-time job for the school running recess so that she can be home for the kids. And I think her biggest complaint that I hear is that she doesn't get any adult time. So Scentsy would be perfect for some girls' nights and adult time. Like she does have Scentsy parties with me a couple times a year just to have girls over and have adult time. So I think it'd be perfect for her to get her out more and not be stuck with the 3 littles all the time.
Yeah. Again, not anything about the income. Good. I love that. And that actually, for those of you who didn't know, that's exactly why I joined, because I needed adult time. I needed something for me and to get me out of the house where I didn't feel guilty. And so, yeah, that's awesome. All right. We're going to share one more if anybody wants to share.
I have a best friend. She doesn't have little kids at home, but she's always around her husband and her dog. And she doesn't have very much of a social life. And I think Scentsy would get her out if I could get her to do like some events and some home parties. I think she would have more interactional skills with other people other than her husband.
Good. So good. I love that. Okay. And then I also want you to write down how and where are you going to meet new people? Does anyone struggle in this area of meeting new people? Or maybe you never struggled before, but now with the pandemic, you're starting to struggle a bit. I'm getting a thumbs up from Dawn.
I do.
Edie or Edith. Do you ever go by Edie?
Oh yeah, everybody calls me.
Okay, good. Because I have a friend named Edith and I call her Edie, so that's why I was like, oh, I meant Edith.
Some people from my childhood actually call me Edie Lynn.
Oh, okay, good. Well, then I wasn't
No,
Either
some
or.
people, no, people from her childhood actually call her pain in the butt.
That too.
Love you.
Love you too.
That's funny.
I
Okay.
do try to be that though, you know. I do
Yeah.
that on purpose.
Okay, so then why don't you take about 1 minute to write down some ideas of where you can meet new people. And then we'll open that up for a little bit more of sharing. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try something fun that I've been loving doing on my Zooms with corporate lately, is I'm gonna put you guys in breakout rooms, okay? So it's gonna be completely random. There's gonna be 5 or 6 of you to a breakout room, and I want you to share some ideas on how you can meet new people, okay? So here we go. And then I'll tell you when it's time to come back in. Hold, please. Maybe. Oh. Welcome back. All right, so people are starting to come back. We'll give it another minute for everybody to come back. Jocelyn, you're always driving.
I know it. If I'm not doing Instacart, I'm picking up somebody from work. One of my children, my husband's come back. Just picking someone up from work.
So you drive for Instacart, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, nice. We don't have Instacart here. I'm so sad.
Really? It takes
Well, in Texas,
Food.
yes, but in El Paso, no.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I know. Such a bummer. Okay, welcome back, guys. Was that cool? I love breakout rooms. They're so fun. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is now that you have written down where you can meet new people. I want to chat a little bit about constructing your join message, okay? Because this is really important, and this isn't just a one size fits all. Every month it's going to change. There may be a join special. There may be, like this month, think about what are the things that we have this month. Anybody?
I mean, Captain America today.
Yeah, we have a brand new catalog that came out, right? Captain America today. We have Groot and Rocket coming on the 24th. We have, there's lots. There's the Harvest Collection coming next month, right? So you have to be thinking not just this month, but what's upcoming. We have Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean, all these things are great when you're constructing your message to talk about joining, okay? And so I'm going to, let's see. Yeah, we're good on time. I just wanted to make sure. Oh, hold on. Hold, please. I'm going to share with you another really quick video that Scentsy has. But in the meantime, I want you to start writing down all those things that we just talked about that's going on this month. So we have Nightmare Before Christmas. We have Captain America, a new catalog. We have
The NFL collection.
A what?
The NFL collection's coming out.
Oh, right. Hello, the NFL collection. Yes. That's
I have a question for that, Kelly.
Go for it. What's it?
The I know there were the pre-sales, because that was kind of like the month I first started and all that.
Okay.
So I'm still trying to catch on to this whole pre-sale. Is it still going to be available for people to order?
They have not announced that officially, but
Okay.
Most likely yes.
Okay, thanks.
Just there's not a date when it's going to happen, but it will be a limited time offer kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, if you did not get a chance to take advantage of the pre-sale, that's okay.
I did, but there's other people that are now wanting them.
Yeah, of course. That's the way it works. So
Yes.
okay. So here we go. I'm going to share with you this other very fast video because I think Scensy's done a great job and I want to share what they've done because they take time to do all this. So here we go. You guys can see that, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
Deciding what to say when you promote the opportunity starts with discovering how Scentsy could enrich the lives of your prospective team members. This discovery can take place in one-on-one conversations as you build relationships with others and learn what matters most to them. It also could take place as prospects engage with your social media posts that highlight the benefits of being a Scentsy consultant. When chatting with others, be sure to focus conversations on their interests and how Scentsy could fill their needs. For example, you might ask them to rate how happy they are with their current job. Based on the response they give, you can discover why they might want to join and extend that invitation. Think about what's happening at Scentsy that might appeal to prospective team members. Some of the key benefits you could point out include flexibility, extra income, travel and incentives, amazing products, events and programs, and of course, friendships and fun. Just be sure to listen to which benefits might best match their interests and needs. New catalogs and products, programs like Scentsy Club, and established partnerships with companies like Disney are also great talking points. Make a list of why right now is the best time to join Scentsy and share that with others. And lastly, catch someone's attention by sharing your Scentsy story and explaining why you joined. Describe what you do and get them excited by sharing what makes you and your business special. Now that you know who to talk to and what to say, it's time to actually extend the invitation to join. Learn all about sharing your message and inviting others to join in our third video on promoting the opportunity.
Okay, so I mean, it's really all the things that we've already talked about. So I want you to take a couple of minutes and I want you to write down on the worksheet. I'll share that screen again in case you don't have the worksheet. You can see it on my screen. Okay, so what you're gonna work on right now is the build your message. So I want you to reflect on the key benefits of building your own business. whether it be flexibility. We've already mentioned some of them earlier, right? The sense of community, helping build up self-esteem. There's a lot of reasons other than just financial that people want to join Scentsy. We've talked about what's happening this month that might appeal new prospective team members. So you can write some of those things down and then reflect on the positive things that have happened in your business. Now, everybody here, I'm pretty sure, has been a consultant for at least a month or two. So definitely in that time, something positive has come out of it. And if you are brand new, maybe watching the recording or whatever, and you are not sure what to write here, then this is a part where you want to start asking your sponsor some things that Scentsy has done for them. Okay. So, and you can write down, it also says, what have you accomplished lately? Maybe you accomplished a sales goal that you didn't think that you would accomplish. Maybe you were able to pay a bill that you didn't think that you were going to be able to pay. Maybe you paid for a vacation. That's unlikely with this pandemic, but maybe you did. I don't know. Certain places like Michelle, you just went on vacation. Vacations are not in our, and actually, Angela, you guys just went on vacation too, right? Like a month ago. Yeah, you went to California or something, I think. So maybe maybe you helped paid for your family vacation. Write those things down. Write what you're working towards. Are you working towards Disney? Are you working toward earning annual sales? Are you working toward earning the monthly sales award? Write those things down. Who has inspired you recently? Write that down. So I'll give you about 1 minute to do, 1 to 2 minutes to do that.
Thank you, Cliff. Knock it off.
All right, you guys good? Do you need more time?
Look at it.
All right, while you guys are finishing up, I'm gonna stop sharing the screen so I can get the last video for you. So I'll give you that time to finish up. All right, so here's the last video I want to share with you, and then we're going to tie it all together. Maybe. No, it does not want to work. Okay, well, never mind on the last video because it doesn't want to work. It worked for me a little while ago. Anyways, okay, well, we're going to tie it all together. Okay, so now that you have your join message or at least an idea, and guys, it's not, like I said, it's not a copy paste type of a thing. You have to change your message by who you're speaking to and, you know, the audience that you have. You have to make it personal. Because if not, trust me, the person on the other end knows if it is a copy pasted message, okay? Even when I say, hey, have you ever thought about joining Scentsy for extra income? Yes, that is a copy pasted message, but remember I said I have the conversation, I build that conversation ahead of time, and then I go in with that. So remember that when you're going in and talking to people. So what will you say about why people should join Scentsy this month? Who wants to hop in? What will you say about why people should join Scentsy this month? Anyone?
I put the Scentsys more than wax.
Say that we have a lot of. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Michelle, and then Jocelyn, you can go.
I said that Scentsys more than just wax and warmers. It becomes an extended family. The company has helped me to be able to buy a new car for my family and also taken me to some great places that I probably would not have ventured to otherwise.
I like that.
Like, I don't know if I had ever picked Kansas City or Anaheim or anything like that to go check out. So it was kind of cool to.
That's true. That's so true. Good. Okay, Jocelyn, what were you going to say?
Driving, so I didn't get the chance to write these things down, but I'm just going to tell this off the top of my head.
Yeah, you're good. Obviously, you're driving.
It's storming and it's lightning really bad.
Oh, be careful.
But I would say, you know, Scentsy, I just had my first party actually, and it actually did me pretty well. I went from a 238 in my PRV to a 611. So I'm kind of excited about that. But I would say that, piggyback a little bit off of her, that Scentsy is like a family. We help each other. We have a lot of incentives. Not just, you know, extra income, but just something fun to do. That's what I would say.
Yeah, good. I like that you threw in the fun aspect because that's true. You know, you have to have fun. A lot of people join because this is a lot of people's outlet from their 9 to 5 job, right? This is their fun money. So make sure you guys remember about that. Okay, anyone else want to share? So you guys go ahead.
I never focus on the extra money when I try to do it, and I've gotten 4 people to join.
Okay.
I always focus on how I have fun. I don't know about anybody else, but I have fun doing it. Yeah. But I focus on a lot on the actual company because I really honestly, and I tell them straight out that I am not lying when I say I have never seen a company work the way that Scentsy does, and it is like a family, and I like that. I like the respect. I like the no pressure. You either do it or you don't, and there's not a come on, that kind of thing. It's a different type of thing, and I really like that. And I've gotten people to join that way.
That's so good. One of the things that I really like that I've recently started sharing with people is make sure people know that we don't have to have inventory, because a lot of direct sales companies require them to have inventory. And so they have a negative view of direct sales because they think, well, I have to buy all this inventory and I can't afford it. And so, yeah, they may be able to join for little or no expense when you flip a kit, but then they think in their head, oh, I'm going to have to buy all this inventory, or I'm going to have to spend all this money. And that's not the case. So make sure that you are having that conversation with people. They may not come up right out front and tell you that that's their reservation, but if you can go ahead and bust that excuse right away. I love to share Orville's. He always says, never spend Scentsy money never spend family money on Scentsy. Spend Scentsy money on family. And I love to share that with people because not only do they not require us to have inventory, they discourage us from having inventory because they never want you to get into a bind. And it's not about money for them either. You know, I mean, of course, you guys, money makes the world go round, right? But ultimately they love what they do, and they love to bless other people's lives also. So I like that, Bonnie. Thanks for sharing. Okay, and then the last thing is, what will you say? Well, we kind of talked about all of them. So what would you say the key benefits of running a Scentsy business is? I can think of a lot that come to my mind is freedom, not just financial freedom, but just freedom of being able to, I mean, we are in business for ourselves. Yeah, we have standards we have to comply with. And that's just to keep us safe from the FTC and everything else. And again, the FTC has a very negative view of direct sales because we earn a lot of money and we get a lot of tax breaks. And they're trying to, you know, any opportunity they can, they'll try to shut us down. So when we are doing things the right way, Scentsy's always keeping us in line so that we will always have a business. There's you hear all the time people are getting shut down because they're not requiring their consultants to follow FTC's rules. So that is a huge advantage of us being part of the DSA, which is the Direct Selling Association, because it is a legitimate business. So sometimes people just need a little bit of convincing that this really is a legitimate business. And sometimes those people that need convincing are family members. So think about that when you're talking to people too. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to talk about, two more things, is one is I want you guys to write down, I would love for, there's a lot of ways you can share the opportunity, okay? Obviously the best thing to do is one-on-one conversation, and that may look a little different now. Most of my conversations are online. I do have some one-on-ones when I get out, but I'm not out that often. And so I want you to be creative, and I want you to just kind of remember that there's a lot of ways to share, and some of them might be out of your comfort zone. How about making a video about what we just talked about? Making a quick 30-second to 1-minute video. Get your kids involved. If you're too shy to be in front of the camera, the best thing to do is have one of the kids get in there and just kind of be your buffer, and share your story. And all of us here on this call have a story. I don't care if you joined yesterday, you have a story. You joined for a reason, you have a story. So share that story. Share all the things we just talked about. Share your join message in a video. Go live, even better. Top it off and go live. Really just get out of that comfort zone and share. And you can't just think, well, I shared it once and I didn't get any good results, so I'm not going to do it again. Absolutely not. You have to share daily. Every single day you need to be asking people if they want to join your team. That's when you're going to start seeing results, not when you've asked 2 people and you're going to wait for those 2 people to get back to you if they're going to join or not. That's not the way it works. It's every single day you need to be talking to people about the join opportunity. Just as much as you talk about your sales and about selling products, that's how much you should talk about the join opportunity. And I promise you're going to see a turnaround in your business when you start doing that. So I want you to set a goal right now. Before I talk about host flipping, somebody do not let me forget to talk about host flipping, okay? But before I want you to finish on the worksheet. So I want you to set a goal. I want you, they're recommending, I'll go ahead and share my screen again. Hold please, I gotta get that thing back up. I have too many screens open. Wait a minute, what is happening here? Okay, there we go. Got it. Now you can see that. Okay, so they are recommending that you post 3 times per week on social media about why you love your Scentsy business. And this is good. This isn't say, join my team, join my team, join my team. Absolutely not. All it's doing is it's saying, I love my Scentsy because I have the flexibility. You know, my kids are starting school and I'm so blessed that I get to stay home with them. Or I'm having so much fun. We're getting together at a team gathering, or, you know, whatever it is, you're sharing 3 times a week why you love your Scentsy business. Okay. I love my Scentsy business because I just got this new fragrance in and it smells amazing and it just puts me in such a good mood. It could be something as easy as that. Or I love my Scentsy business because, you know, I mean, I don't know. There's a million reasons why we love our Scentsy business. And 3 times a week, it's important to share that on social media. Now, if you're talking about money in any way, shape, or form, you've got to include the income disclosure statement. Okay. If you do not know how to get that income disclosure statement, let me learn you right now, because it is very important. This is part of the whole FTC, and when I say when you're talking about money, that just goes about anything. It doesn't mean monetarily. It just means if Scentsy has done anything for you, it's just important to put the income disclosure statement. So it could just say, hey, thanks to Scentsy, I am getting my nails done. You didn't say a dollar amount, but you still talked about something that Scentsy has done for you. You got to put that on there. So make sure you guys are doing that. So to get the income disclosure statement, what you're going to do is you can get it on the workstation, but there's also a way, oh, there we go, to get it on your website. And that's the one that's easiest to use. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. I wanted to make sure I knew how to do it before I did it. All right. Oh, I'm already sharing my screen, but I'm going to reshare my screen. Okay. Done, done. Here we go. So here's my PWS. Okay. This is the way I like to share it the best. So you go to your PWS and you go to join, scroll down, and you're going to click here on earnings potential. And then it'll take you to this, how much money can I make? And then you see this right here, income disclosure statement. You're going to click on that. And this is the income disclosure statement. So basically it's just saying that per, you know, this number, this is as of 2019. So per this many consultants, this is the average earnings. And then you just copy this link. So you go up here, you copy it, and then you paste that in the body of your social media post. Okay. So just remember that, just share the income. And when in doubt, share the income disclosure statement. Always just share it just in case. Huh?
I just wanted to extend on that. I got so sick of having to go and find it every time and copy and paste that I actually saved it once in my notes on my phone. So it's less steps to go through if I just go there, click on that link, and then pop it in. So yeah, just something I just, you know, after doing it for 5 years, finally got smarter this past month and saved it on my phone. And it's been so much more helpful than to have to go back and forth and just go through all the extra steps. So find it once, save it for yourself, and then go get it.
11 years and I have still not learned that lesson to make.
I know. I was like, oh, this is genius. Why didn't I do this before?
Yes, thank you for sharing that little time saver for sure. Okay. So remember, so try to post it at least 3 times a week on your social media, because it's helpful. And the more you're in front of people, the better. So when I'm talking social media, I'm talking about your main post. I'm talking about your stories, because people interact through stories. Make your stories fun. You know, ask a poll, ask a question, make them a lot of fun. And then have one-on-one conversations. So I want you to write down your goal. How many conversations will you have per day? And so what mine looks like is I'm not committing to do 7 days a week. Okay, I'm not. Mine, and I have I'm trying to earn level 6 of the trip, y'all. So I'm really pushing hard. So my goal is 10 conversations, 5 days a week. 50 people a week. That's a big goal. But so I want you to write down what your goal is. And it could look something like this. It could look like every time somebody spends $50 with me, I'm going to ask them to join. It could look like that too.
Okay.
You know, so that could be like a trigger. That could say every time, you know, every time I leave the house, I don't know, whatever it is, I just want you guys to write down a quick goal, what your action plan is. Anybody want to share what their goal is?
My goal is to have at least 5 conversations a day for 6 days.
Good girl. That's awesome. This is so awesome. Because you could easily say, I want to recruit 2 people a month. Well, that's fantastic. But what are you going to do to get that? So that's exactly what you're going to do. 5 people a day, 6 times a week. Good job. Anyone
I
else?
actually started already writing them down on the booking conversation sheets of who I'm going to have this conversation with. I've actually set this goal last night, and I've already made the steps to have these conversations with these certain people.
Excellent. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. It's important. The action behind it is what's really, really, really important. So good. Very good. All right. Anyone else want to share their goal is?
I want to talk to 6 people a day for 5 days.
Good. 6 people a day, 5 days a week. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right. And hey guys, if you guys need help being held accountable, let me know and I will put a note in my phone to call you or text you or Facebook message you at a certain time and just say, hey, did you talk to your 6 people or did you talk to your 5 people? Because sometimes that's the push you need, right? You need that community that can help you to say that can help you to do that. So for those of you that are in the Ignite program, hopefully you're talking to your accountability partners about this. But if you are not in the Ignite program or you just need an extra accountability partner, I'm here for you. Okay. So you just message me privately and we will get that done. All right. Last thing I want to talk about is party flipping. This is the #1 way you should be recruiting. It is the easiest thing you could do ever. You should never, ever, ever close a party without offering to flip the party. And I'm not saying you have to flip the entire party and lose the PRV. Bonnie, that said that's how she got her last recruit to join. What I'm saying is I just want to kind of clear up a few myths about the host flip, okay? So in case anybody does not know, every party, so just like we have a perpetual party reward, every party has a host kit attached to it. Think about that. Do you ever let your perpetual party reward go to waste? I don't. So then do not let your host kit go to waste. That's just the mindset you need to think about. So some myths about this. The host kit is $59. So you can on social media say, I have a host kit that will cost little to no out-of-pocket money. You could post that. You cannot post, I have a free join kit. Not okay. Okay. But it's all about your wording. Little to no out-of-pocket expenses. That is okay to say. Okay. Private message people that you think would be good. Those 5 people that you wrote on your list, private message them next time you're closing a party. Offer this kit. They can pay the $59, or if you want to let them use the host rewards from the party, then let them use the host rewards and get their kit for less than $59. Okay, let's just say you're hosting a party for, I'm going to say Stacy. Okay, so Stacy is my host. And I've asked Stacy if she wanted to join and use all these orders as her launch party. At that point, I could give all the orders that we've just collected to Stacy, and Stacy would start out her business day 1 with, let's just say 200 PRV, because that was what the party total was. Okay, so you could flip that to her. And then she could use the host rewards to get the host kit. Now, let's just say Stacy did not want to take advantage of that. She did not want to join. So then I'm going to ask Stacy, well, then would you mind if I offered the opportunity to one of your friends that has joined the party? Because I would hate to see this opportunity go to waste. So then Stacy says, well, no, sure, that's fine. Go ahead. So then I call Jocelyn and say, hey, Jocelyn, I have this host kit available. And Stacy decided to pass on it. And she thought maybe, because I would always ask the host, who do you think would be most likely to take advantage of this? So then I say, Stacy thought that you would be the best one to take advantage of this. So Jocelyn, would you like to take advantage of this host kit and start your own business today? At that point, I have the opportunity to give Jocelyn the orders that Stacy had and help Jocelyn start her own business, or I don't have to. I can keep that PRV for myself because I did the party. I can keep that PRV for myself, and I could still just give Jocelyn the host rewards. Okay, not the host rewards, the host kit. Now, I could again, and if I lose you, let me know. I could again, at that point, I could tell Jocelyn it's $59 and she pays the full $59, which is still cheaper than $99 to start, right? Or I could tell Jocelyn, you know what? Well, because I would only want that to happen because this is Stacy's party. So Stacy's going to get the host rewards. I don't want to take those host rewards away from Stacy because Stacy booked the party. So then all you have to do to be able to give the kit to somebody else other than that actual hostess, you have to change the hostess. So even though Stacy technically hosted the party, I need to change the hostess now to Jocelyn. Okay, so Jocelyn is now my host, and I'm using the term lightly, but Stacy is going to get all the host rewards. So the way you do that is you just have to leave one penny in the host rewards in order to do both. So that way Stacy gets all of her host rewards, and now Jocelyn gets the kit. So let's just say the host rewards were $20. As long as I only put the host rewards at $19.99 for Stacy, then Jocelyn gets the one penny to put the host kit in.
I got a question. Are you talking about the perpetual reward?
No, I'm talking about the host kit. I just used the perpetual reward as an example. That with every single party, we get a perpetual party reward. You don't leave, that's an extra half price item on every party. You don't leave that on the table, you use it. So
I always leave it.
So you do? Don't leave it.
I didn't know. I thought they had to book a party.
No.
I thought they had to have a party booked, so I don't only use it if they book a party.
Nope.
That's the honesty in me, see?
Yeah. Well, so this is how you can use it in, it's an extra half price item on every single party. So why not use it? So the way I use it a lot of times is I will just either ask the hostess if she wants an additional half price item, or if I have a loyal customer, I will give that half price item to them. You know, and you could use it to book an additional party as an incentive. You know, there's a lot of ways you can use that perpetual party reward. So make sure number one, you're using your perpetual party reward. Don't leave that on the table, and definitely don't leave the host kit on the table. So I'm glad we're having this conversation.
I'm confused though with the host kit thing, the way you just explained it, doing the $19.99 to the credit and then a penny. So they still have to pay like the $59 for their kit though, because so it's not getting them a discounted kit at all. It's just getting them, well, discounted as in not 99, but the 59.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All I've ever done with it is I use the rewards to get the kit, and then they are like $13 or yeah. Okay.
Yep. But you have to see, this is the thing, is that it's still cheaper because the other option would be $99. So you're still saving them that. They're getting a business. And your host is still getting her host rewards, and you're getting somebody to join. So, I mean, it's an option. Now, let's just say Jocelyn couldn't afford the $59 the kit for $59, and she really needed the discount, then at that point you could say, okay, Jocelyn, well then let's do this. Let's book your own party and invite your own friends. So that way we can use that party as your launch party, and then you can get the discounted kit. But you see how I've had multiple conversations just in this one party.
Right.
That's what I'm wanting you guys to start doing on a very regular basis. And while we're on this subject, and I know we're over our hour, I apologize, but while we're on the subject really quick, is I want to talk to you about, I lost my train of thought. Parties. So if you're not doing parties and you're just collecting individual orders, you're doing yourself and your business a disservice, because parties is really where you are going to be able to have more joint conversations. It's harder to have a conversation with somebody who's just ordered a 6-pack of bar about joining versus a person who just hosted a party who basically did all the work themselves. It's a much easier conversation. So be sure you guys are all booking parties regularly every month. Okay. Are there any questions, Bonnie? I've only done Facebook parties. Yeah, I mean, that's really all I'm doing right now either. So I haven't had a home party in all year. So, and that's fine. Parties look very different anyways to everybody. There's nothing that says you have to have an in-person face-to-face conversation. Any questions? This was a lot of information.
I just really want to be clear on the host kit. So perpetual rewards, we always use those, right?
That's an extra half price item on every order.
Okay.
Or on every party order.
Every party order. Okay. And that's for us?
It's okay. The way that perpetual party reward is intended, it's intended to give to the host. So let's just use you as an example, that Stacy booked the party and you, Jocelyn, booked a party from Stacy's party. Then Jocelyn, you would get that half price reward as a thank you for booking a party. I'm sorry, I lie. Stacy would get the perpetual party reward as a thank you for you booking a party off of her party.
Okay, but okay, gotcha. So that's how
what it's intended for.
Gotcha. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you have to go ahead, but I'm going to address this. So Dawn says she's struggling getting parties. It's going to be the same thing as the recruits, right? Is you have to have a goal of how many people am I going to ask to book a party? It goes back to, it's all a numbers game. It's about asking more people. And you may find that you're getting in a little rut about being able to book parties, and that's okay. Try something different. Maybe just try posting on your Facebook wall that we have a new catalog and you're sending out some samples. And then as people reply, then you message them and say, hey, you know what? I just thought it would be fun if you wanted to do a quick Facebook party. It's a 30-minute thing. Try a different approach. But the key is, it's asking. And
I found what worked was like, so for now I'm booking for my September party. So I filled my September parties that I wanted to fill. So now I'm going to ask people if they want to book in October. So that way I'm ahead of the game and I write down who I'm going to ask on those months, and just to kind of keep track of who I'm asking and who I'm not asking.
Good. And
going back through old party groups and people that attended are the people that I'm concentrating on asking.
Good. Yeah, and make a list. Exactly that. You just have to make a list of who you want. Okay, that's good. Would you mind just sharing that, Edie, when we get off this call? Sharing that in the Scented Synergy group from the workstation, or snap a picture of that, because that's good. A good tool that people may not know that is in the workstation. It's a booking conversation worksheet. So
actually, I think you have it in the Synergy group under files, because that's where I pulled it from.
Okay, perfect. Then.
But I'll take a picture of it so that they can see, like, I write down who I'm having conversations with, and when I'm having the conversations and what they say when they booked.
Good. Okay. Yeah,
So that
thank you. 'Cause I think that's helpful that when we can help each other out, I think that's helpful. All right. Anything else? Any other questions? Any other suggestions on recruiting, booking parties, any of the things? I'll do this again next week since this was thrown together in 30 minutes on an accident.
What about if you're just continuously getting no answers to joining and booking a party?
How many people have you asked?
I ask a lot of people. My inbox is full. If not my inbox, me calling people that I know, and it's constantly not right now, not right now, not right now, and I feel like I'm being a bugaboo,
Yeah, I know. You do feel like that after a while. So when you get that answer, not right now, how do you respond?
Basically, well, just let me know when there's a good time, when it's a good time for you, and we can visit this conversation again then.
Okay, so maybe try to switch that around and just say, I'm just curious as to what would make it a good time. And ask them what would make it a good time. Now isn't a good time. So what would make that a good time? And let them come, because a lot of times that's just a natural response, because again, they don't think they can do it. They don't think they're a good salesperson. They're already talked themselves out of it before they've even given themselves an opportunity to think about it. And again, you're not being a bugaboo when you're asking and trying to bless people's lives, because when you start bugging is when people tell you no, and you've come up with you've tried to bust their excuses, and then they keep telling you no, and you're like, no, but you don't want to be pressuring. There's a difference between pressuring people and trying to bust through their excuses, because it could bless their lives in whatever way. So remember, you were driving, but in the worksheet, it says here, how could Scentsy enrich their lives? So when you write that down, and you could say, okay, Angela, it could bless their lives because she can stay home with her kids. That's something that you have to remember to tell them. Just say, well, okay, what would make the timing good for you? Because I was really thinking you would be great at Scentsy because you know a lot of people, or because I know you have little ones, and I think I think it would be great because it could give you the opportunity to spend more time with your family, or whatever.
Right. Okay.
So
I try to treat it like, telemarketing, and how you have all the different rebuttals and stuff that you come back with the customer. That's how I treat it. So.
Yeah. But, and just be genuine from the heart. Like, this is why I want people to join, and this is why I want you to join, and just tell them the qualities that you see in them, and see if that will help.
Okay, I will do. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else?
for parties, I have actually had better luck booking with people I don't know through a party. I started with one person I knew, or a couple of people I knew, and then I have the last probably 8 parties. I don't even know the people, but I in the Facebook party, I constantly every day post, don't forget, if you book off your whoever the party's for, they're going to get a half price item, help her out or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I've had more luck doing that than with people I know.
Yeah, that's
as far as parties go.
Another thing I do to get parties sometimes is I'll do party swaps with people. I'm in groups that do party swaps. So like if they do a party for me, I'll do a party for them. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it works good, sometimes it don't. It just depends on the hostess and how much they want to put into it.
Yeah, and that goes back to hostess coaching too. It's a lot of times it's about how well everybody coaches. So, and honestly, so now I'm seeing that this is an issue, as not an issue, but this is a thing. We'll make this a topic for another day, and I'm not opposed to doing these. I mean, I did this on a whim. We could totally do that. I could plan another one where we can do hostess coaching. Not hostess coaching, but parties and how to book parties and all that kind of stuff. So that way you guys are set up, because the fall is going to hit, and I want you guys to be super uber successful, because it's going to be even crazier than the summer has gone. So I'm trying to set you guys up so you're very well prepared. So I'm going to end it so that I can go eat some dinner and you guys can get on with your evening. But be prepared. We'll do another one for more Facebook parties. And you guys, utilize the Facebook groups. Share ideas. Share what's working, share what's not, and we'll go from there. So I appreciate you guys doing this. Hold on. Let's see. Bonnie says, if someone has a really good party, oh, yes, I book them again in a few months. Exactly. So just like when you go to the dentist and they schedule you for that cleaning every 6 months, you should always reschedule that hostess for the next catalog season or even sooner. But if nothing else, you should have the same host should host a party at least twice a year for you, every change of catalog. So very, very good point, Bonnie. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay, have a great night, guys. Thank you and good luck.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.